What are your thoughts on that Ethereum will flip Bitcoin? I think it's ridiculous. Bitcoin is disrupting money. The market size for money, which is humans that have created value that need to save and later exchange in something, it's about 400 to 500 trillion dollars. That's what Bitcoin's going after. So Ethereum's not trying to be money. We all know that.
What?
It's a supercomputer. It's a stablecoin power upper. It's an NFT, whatever. What these smart contract people don't understand is like money's the biggest problem in the world, the $500 trillion problem. So let's assume Ethereum becomes the new Apple. Think about how much value Apple has created to society. And let's say Ethereum, let's give credit Ethereum doesn't deserve. If Ethereum becomes the new Apple, Ethereum would be like as big as Bitcoin is today. So Ethereum would need to become the new Apple to compete with Bitcoin now. Okay, 3 trillion, not 500 trillion. So you're saying Ethereum, the world's computer, is going to be bigger than the equities market? What are you, smoking crack? Are you crazy? It's just stupid. It's just stupid. Being honest, you want my honest opinion? That's my honest opinion. I mean, come on, let's be real. What are we talking about? There's money and then there are companies. Two entirely different things.
And there you have Jack Mallers. He's sitting here telling you why Ethereum isn't gonna flip in Bitcoin. The flipping talk is starting to be had again. Bitcoin bros were never a proponent of this, but just keep stacking sats and just tune out all the noise. And with that, what's happening, crypto crew? This is Sean coming back at you, another cryptocurrency video. Getting straight into it, the Bitcoin price is right around 111,000. What do we see? What do we anticipate? Looking on the daily, do we have a breakout potentially? Let's pull this down. It looks like Bitcoin could get a continuation. Now, the one thing to pay attention to is that these moving averages were not back above yet. And this dotted orange and yellow line we need to get back above. So comfortably sitting over the 112.3 to 112.5K range. We want to get back above that and start to stair step our way up so we start to establish a base. And this will definitely be a continuation. Now, could we come down and back test this resistance? That could be potentially what's in the cards and going to lower levels down to the mid 105s, but we have exciting times right ahead of us. We just need to wait and see and be patient what Bitcoin does. Looking on Bitcoin on the lower time frame, let's look on the 4 hour. The 4 hour is looking a lot better. As you see here, hit our head. This looks like a viable breakout, and we're seeing the moving average, the 20 moving average, start to curl up towards the 50 and 200, and we're getting some type of divergences down here. And could we just keep stair stepping our way up? Once again, the level to pay attention to, we got to get above the 111.8K range and about 112.4K. And once we continue that stair step our way up, there will be a continuation to the upside towards potential new all-time highs. So that's what we see for Bitcoin. In meantime, between time, gold is making new highs. So what tends to happen when we see gold blasting off into uncharted territory? The legacy markets will follow, and crypto and Bitcoin are going to go so much higher. And right here you see that once the FVG gets filled and the impulse gets retested, so we have the impulse, refill, and tested, blast off, fill, test, blast off, fill, test. How much higher could be going in the months to come? And then Kathy Wood is still buying. ARK Invest just bought another $72 million worth of Bitcoin. The ETFs aren't slowing down. There's some major news for Strategy and Michael Saylor right now. Are they going to meet all the criteria for the S&P 500? It looks like they could make inclusion as early as September 5th in a few days. It could be the first Bitcoin-backed company in the index. This is definitely historic. And in the meantime, between time, Saylor's also buying more Bitcoin, 4,048 Bitcoin. So that's nothing new, but one major announcement from STRC, they raised their dividend payout from 9% up to 10%. This is definitely something to pay attention to because, if you port some money over $1,000, you make 10% on your money. So you make $100 a month off $1,000. You can start your dividend portfolio. We're not an advocate of doing this unless you've already made substantial sums of money to live off of. If you got millions, then this is something to potentially entertain. If you're not there yet, keep stacking sats. Once again, this is not financial advice. This is just how the Bitcoin bros view it. We're not financial advisors. Looking at strategy, what do we see? What do we anticipate? Coming in at 341 over the close. And right now, we are still in a downtrend. We seem to be basing out around a floor of around 332. And did we see a breakout level? No, we have not quite yet. Because right now, this breakout level is this white line. Can we come up to 360 to 370 range? Yeah, we could see that over the next week or two. But as you see here, we have seemed to be a rounding bottom. But one thing to note with the RSI, we are right at a crucial level. So this is an interesting level to pay attention to. Will we get this pop and start to flip this resistance to support to have a continuation, or will we see further downside price action? Now, looking at this steep rejection here, it looks like we did get this, fell down, got that bearish candle, a buy up wick, this wick got bought up, blasted through, back test, but we're sort of just trading sort of downwards and sideways. So could we come back down all the way down to the 320 range before getting the continuation to the upside, or will we hear some euphoric news with the S&P inclusion announcement? The Fed rate, pay attention, we got 2 weeks until this happens, and right now there's an 88.6% chance that we're going to get a cut. This is going to be extremely, extremely bullish for markets, because what this means is liquidity will come back into the markets. This will cause markets to pump. Will we get 1 cut, 2 cuts, 3 cuts? Right now for September, the first cut seems that it could be priced in. We'll monitor this as we get closer to the 17th. We're 2 weeks away. And before we leave, make sure you watch this clip to the end, because if you're entertaining your financial journey and trying to invest, most people look at houses as an investment. Well, check out this clip.
Have you already invested in Bitcoin?
Nah. We're buying a house. That's the real investment.
Breaking news. Bitcoin hits a new all-time high to save the most profitable asset of the millennium.
Yeah, but you can't live in your Bitcoin, dumbass.
Kids, this is it. We finally did it. This is our house, our generational wealth. This is better than Bitcoin. This is our retirement account. It's only going up from here.
Honey, the faucet's dripping again.
Relax, it's just a damn washer. I watched the video.
Oh, come on. Why is this even connected to the dishwasher?
Told you I'd fix it. Leaks fear me. Bitcoin's pumping again. Wish I wasn't blowing so much fixing this house.
That's not mold. That's patina. They charge extra for that in France. Why pay a guy when I can fix it myself?
It's all right, we'll fix the roof. Property values always go up. That's how we get rich.
Honey, how are we supposed to get rich if we can't even sell it?
You too now? Mortgage, repairs, HOA, taxes. Did we even live this month? I wish there was a way to buy Bitcoin with the money I've already put into the house.